All right, just waiting until 8 o'clock to get this started. Okay. All right. 7:59, just waiting until 8 o'clock. I'm just trying to be on time. Okay. So it is now 8 p.m. All right, so this is very, very, very nerve-wracking for me because this is live. So there's no editing, there's no chopping it up, there's no cutting. This is just me giving it to you guys straight, and just hopefully you guys can see that I have what it takes. But I just like to start by introducing myself. So my name is Rita Oluchi Obi, and I am the founder of Building You, which is what I'm going to be discussing today. Don't worry, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know you guys have your shows to watch, so give me like 30 minutes of your time at least, okay? This is very nerve-wracking because I know there are people who know me that are watching. I'm going to lose my mind. Anyway, so I just want to give you guys a little history about me, and how I started, what inspired me to start Building You. So, basically, like I said, my name is Rita Oluchi Obi, and I am Nigerian American, first generation American, I guess. I'm not going to disclose my age because I don't think that's necessary. I am from the South Bronx, born and raised. I love being from the South Bronx. I feel like I learned a lot. A lot of people usually have something to say about people from the South Bronx. I don't know why. But I love it because I feel like I learned a lot coming from the South Bronx. Professionally, because many people may wonder, what is it that she does? I am a clinical researcher first. So let's just say I've been in the field of public health for many years, and so research is something we do over and over and over again. So with a background in research, I've also conducted workshops. I have 11 years of experience in conducting workshops. Yes, 11 years. Don't do the math. It's just that I've been given lots of opportunities, even as a teenager. So I have experience in formulating questions to get certain answers. So this is not just me trying to be a motivational speaker or trying to help you pursue your dreams. I actually have skills in creating programs, in implementing programs, and evaluating programs, and things of that nature. I'm also a humanitarian in the sense that I'm the co-founder of an organization called Core Foundation, and Core Foundation is a educational nonprofit organization that uses education to shatter poverty in rural area of Nigeria. So as you can see, I love helping people. That's something else I do. I'm also a hotelier. I pretty much help out with the marketing from the U.S. of Crystal Court Lekki Hotel, which is located in Nigeria. So I do everything that I want to do because I know I can do it. And then I do this. I give talks. I didn't even know I give talks. It was my best friend that pushed me to start giving talks. So that's a quick snapshot about who I am, what I do professionally, what my skill sets are. Just to kind of brief you guys on like what childhood, I guess. I don't want a woe was me story, but I think it's important for you guys to know where I'm coming from and that I'm not just somebody popping up out the blue trying to tell you how to live your life. But growing up was not easy. Wasn't easy at all. I can say that, I came from a family, where it was a lot of us, and sometimes, we had our struggles. We didn't have food to eat sometimes. Hand-me-downs were a privilege. I mean, my mom tried. And, when you are broke, you become very creative. Because I know I used to take shoe boxes and make doll houses. That's how serious it was. I wasn't as lucky as some of you out there. But people see you and they don't know that. Yeah, well, I struggled. But it's okay. I don't complain about it because I felt like, we had so much love in our household that we didn't really feel the pain of suffering. So
it really didn't bug us too much. And I actually want to give a shout out to my mom for that, because what she did was she instilled a sense of love within our household. We didn't complain. She kind of just gave us a bigger picture, letting us know that things will be all right. She was the ultimate prayer warrior. In fact, I think she should have had a book in the Bible, because she prayed that much. And so she always told us things will be okay. And so all of us kind of had this belief that, you know what, things are going to be fine. So I didn't really complain. What I did was I kind of adapted to my circumstances, and I just remained proactive at a very young age, knowing that this wouldn't be the end. And so that's, I don't want to talk about me too much. I actually want to take it to my mom, because she is the reason why I started Building You. So I actually want to talk about her a bit. My mother, let's see, where do I start? At the age of 35, she raised my 4 cousins and myself, okay, at the age of 35. Can you imagine yourself raising 5 kids at the age of 35? Yeah, so she was pretty awesome, okay? And in addition to that, she was an architect by degree. And what she did was she sacrificed her career of being an architect to pretty much become a nurse, because she believed that that would put food on the table quicker. I mean, later on she told me she regret doing that, but her degree was from Italy, so she had to redo it again, and she didn't think it would be enough time for her to take care of me and my cousins, so she took that route. In addition to that, she was the kind of woman that took people into our home, and we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? There was no space in there for anybody, even for us, okay? Sharing beds and everything. I mean, I slept with my mom for God knows how many years. That was my bedroom, too. Okay, so I didn't know how it felt like to have your own room until all my cousins left. So, that is, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, hi. Okay, let me stop. Let me focus, okay? And so, my mom like just took people into our home. Man, what an example of being humble and kind and humility at its finest. That's what she did. And in addition to that, she loaned people thousands of dollars, let people use her credit. I mean, my mom was ridiculous. In fact, if she was alive, I think she would be pretty upset that I was talking about her this way. But it's coming from a good place, okay? But so it's to inspire people out here. So pretty much, my mom was that person that put everyone before her. That's what she did. She put everyone before her. She actually put herself last. It got so bad to the point where she neglected her health, where she stopped taking care of herself because she was so worried about helping this person, helping that person's family, cooking for this person. And I'm like, you have to take care of yourself. And unfortunately, because she failed to really take care of herself, she ended up passing away. So my mom passed away on December 16th, 2014. And when she passed away, I mean, a bundle of emotions were stirred up in me, okay? And one thing that really hit me was that she died with her dreams, okay? And no one should have to die with their dreams. My mom died with her dreams, and I knew this because she had so many plans. We had so many plans of doing business together, and because she didn't put herself first, because she didn't take care of herself, she passed away. And so you have to ask yourself sometimes, because I know I don't want to die with my dreams. And as harsh as that may sound, that is the reality. Do you want to die with your dreams? Is that something you want to, end up dealing with? Do you want to have all these dreams and all these ideas and just pass away? Now, what happens? You just were on this world just to be in existence, not fulfilling anything. And people don't realize that life is so precious. God didn't give you this life for it to crumble. He gave it to you to make use of it, to do something fulfilling, to fulfill a purpose. It's interesting because last Sunday, we had a guest pastor, and he actually said something that really stood out to me. And he said that, I'm just going to sum it up, not in his exact words, but that God cares more about one fulfilling their purpose than, well, okay, let me not mess it up, get it together. God cares more about you fulfilling your purpose than he cares about your survival. Okay? So that's important. He cares about you fulfilling your purpose. You have to start fulfilling your purpose. But how can you fulfill your purpose when you're not even taking care of yourself? How can you fulfill your purpose when you don't even care about your well being? When you don't even put yourself first? And then there may be some of you sitting there saying, oh, I always put myself first. Okay, so I'll throw a couple of examples out there, okay? So let's see if you really put yourself first, okay? So I'm constantly hearing people saying that they're tired of their jobs. Okay, you're tired. Well, first let's start with the fact that maybe there's a emptiness that dwells within you, or like a void. Some people have a void within them, and they don't even know what it is. They can't put their finger on it. Okay, that's a sign. That's a sign. And so, if there's no self love, there's no clarity. Okay, there's no clarity at all. So that void will sit there, and you'll just always end up feeling half empty. Okay, I can't even look at it as half full. I'll say half empty. Okay, and then there are people out there, you have jobs, you have a job, it's paying the bills, but then every day you're complaining that you hate your job, or your job's not fulfilling, or your job's not doing anything for you. So why don't you go and look for another job? What's stopping you? Type up a resume, do something, go, what's stopping you? Is it fear of not getting another job? If you really cared about your mental health and your well-being, if you really loved yourself and have that self-love that you claim that you have, you would go and find another job. That's a perfect example. How about being in a toxic relationship? And when I say toxic relationship, I don't necessarily mean relationships with just, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It could be your friends. You are associates with some of the most evil people in the world. It can even be family members. Yet you continue to entertain them. You don't love yourself. Because if you did, you want peace. And if you wanted peace, you'd distance yourself from these individuals, okay? So these are perfect examples of you not really having self-love. You can look at it as you having a lack of self-love. So I'm mentioning this term self-love because self-love is literally the foundation of building you. But also, it's a term that's pretty foggy. So like I said, what time is it? Okay, 11. I got some time. So let me just go over what self-love is so that you can have a clear picture of what self-love is, okay? So self-love is like a safety net, okay? Look at it that way. It's like a safety net, and it's right here, okay? And what self-love does, it basically doesn't allow you to fall. I guess you can fall, but so far. That's how you can fall, but so far. So someone may knock you down, beat you down to the ground. You may fail exams, whatever it may be, but you always land right here. You'll never land under that safety net because you have self-love. So you're that strong. It's solid, okay? And self-love, it's a way of assuring you that things are going to be okay. It guarantees assurance in the sense that it gives you the strength and the courage to do things that you never thought you'd be able to do before. But with self-love, you know that no matter the outcome, you're going to be okay. That's what self-love is, okay? With self-love, you know what? You didn't get that job interview, but because you know who you are and because you know what your worth, you know that you're going to be okay. Because of self-love, you may have got your heart broken. Maybe you were in a relationship with someone that you thought, it was the greatest relationship in the world, but it didn't work out. That wasn't the plan. And at the end of the day, yeah, the post-breakup was intense. It was painful to go through. But then you realize I'm a queen or I'm a king. And you bounce right back. That's the beauty of self-love. You know how to you get back to where you were because you know your self-worth, because you know that you're going to be okay? And another amazing, awesome thing about self-love is that it conquers failure. So one thing about us is that we don't like to fail, okay? We have this fear of failure, and we don't like that feeling that we get when we fail. It's this feeling that's not well. We don't like being disappointed in ourselves. And another thing that most people don't like is being judged by others. So when we fail, sometimes we focus more on what others think than what we really think. And honestly, I think that's why a lot of people don't like failing, to be honest. But self-love conquers failure in the sense that even when you fail, you could probably a major exam, for example, to get into, med school, whatever it may be. You can fail an exam, and because you have that self-love, because you know your worth, you'll bounce right back. You'll be like, you know what? I tried. So you have two options. You can either go hard and do it again, or you can either just say, maybe this is not for me. But that attitude is because of self-love. So a lot of you need to ask yourself, do you have it? Self-love is the foundation of everything. So if you're trying to attain success, build successful relationships, whatever it may be that you have in mind, if you do not have self-love, you will not have it. And even though it may seem like you have it, trust me, it's not going to last too long, okay? Self-love is the foundation of everything. Mark my words.